Alright, welcome everyone back to another week of UGC Dota 2 League Season 4. You are watching the Asian Iron Playoffs. Today we have two teams, XTRUDE versus Regum. Obviously two teams. My name is BO3 Tofu, I'll be your caster today. And you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch TV and YouTube. They all go by the same username. You can see it at the top right corner, or if you're watching on Dota TV, you can see my name from the mic bubble popping up. Anyway, we'll jump right into the game. We'll see a very quick first ban on Storm Spirit, and then followed up by a ban on Queen of Pain by Regum. XTRUDE will go with a fairly standard meta ban on Bloodseeker. So we will look into a little bit into what I could find on Dota Buff in general. The Filipino team XTRUDE has several lists of players. I'm not too sure who Bob is, whether his name changed. Okay, it loaded up properly as Papa Dan now. So Papa Dan is, I believe, the mid player. He has really high scores on Invoker and Storm Spirit, and that is probably why the Storm Spirit is being banned out as a first ban from Regum. Usually not something you see very often. And then they have a list of obviously the other players. We have a Shin right here who has some good records on Rubik, Lion and the Earthshaker, but Earthshaker of course already picked up by Regum right here. And we have Nat, who is really good with... Oh yeah, that's right. Nat has a good record on the Slug and the Tidehunter, so seemingly an offlane player. Not too sure why the team Dota buff doesn't load up very well. That's why I'm not too sure whether it's something wrong with it, and I'm not taking too much information with it. And XTRUDE will actually pick up the Winter Reverend, a very strong support on the Dire side, especially able to provide a lot of ganks on the mid lane. Though playing into an Earthshaker, Winter Reverend is gonna have to be a little bit more careful, because if you try to engage on the mid hero and the Earthshaker is right there as well, he will be able to either just trap the mid hero off and kill you, or trap the mid hero and then burst the mid hero down first. Because at the end of the day, if your mid goes down first, it really doesn't matter. Once your opponent's mid get the experience, gets the level advantage, that's going to be the key point that you are trying to get in the, especially in the earlier game of the mid phase. Because regardless, once both heroes get ganked, they're gonna lose a lot of HP, and they're probably gonna have to use their whole border, or maybe even go back to base. So the point is to get the kill first, and of course first blood if he's able to get it. Regum will actually switch in and picking his second support in the form of a Lion. They will then ban out a aggressive core in the form of a Tusk. XTRUDE will actually ban out a support, which is fairly weird considering you already have an Earthshaker and a Lion. They themselves have picked up the Centaur Warrunner, so it's likely an offlaner. We don't see a lot of teams run it as a core. Only the European teams tend to favor running them as a core, but we'll see whether XTRUDE decides to copy that playstyle or not. Of course, talking a little bit about Regum, I do have a little bit of what we see right here is that Random is probably a very good teamfight support. Well, based on his record, he has very good stats record on the Silencer, Disruptor and the Zeus. So those are all more or less teamfight burst damage orientated heroes. We have Leong, which doesn't seem to be here, or maybe just in a different name actually, who plays probably the mid. He has very high scores on the Pudge and the Invoker. And Regum has actually banned out the Dragon Knight right now. And XTRUDE will follow up with a ban on Phantom Lancer. So definitely they themselves can't pick up Phantom Lancer, and they don't want Regum to have that hero as well. It's probably one of the stronger cores, farming cores right now in the game that can actually contribute quite significantly in the early to mid game. And Phantom Lancer is one of the more aggressive cores that can build into a very big carry in the late game as well. And Leshrac will actually be picked up by XTRUDE, one of the very few times that actually lasted so long in the game. Though Leshrac might not actually go up very well against, say, like a Shadow Fiend and Earthshaker combo, Regum may be able to punish XTRUDE for that pretty greedy pick. Leshrac, of course, does not have the hit points to tank up a lot of things early game, but he does have a Winter Reverend there to protect him. And it really goes back down to which team can execute their gank and defensive plays better. And XTRUDE actually, according to the Dota buff, which I'm not too sure whether it's very accurate, they do really like to pick up the Vengeful Spirit. So they still have a slot for a support pick, and they may opt to go for that. Though they may want to see actually what they go for. Actually, Regum will go for the Invoker, and Leon, which I'm not too sure where he is. Maybe just a name change or something, but Leon has pretty good record, as I've said before, in the Pudge and the Invoker. And we actually have a lot of Invoker players. Papadine is also an Invoker player. And I believe Superstar has a good mid record as well on the Tinker Pudge and potentially the Invoker, I think. And K-Pops, probably the name change again. A lot of them has name change, so it's really hard to pull out the Dota buff and find out who's who. But we do have like 4 or 5 Invoker players in the two teams, and that's usually quite rare. We don't get a lot of Invoker players. We're now going to the 4th pick from XTRUDE, who both teams are actually taking a lot of time considering their picks. And this is a very key game, the first game in the playoffs. The winners will progress to the semifinals, the losers will of course be knocked out. This is a best of 3, but single elimination. And XTRUDE will actually opt for the Witch Doctor. So a very teamfight orientated hero. And now they actually have some pretty good team fights right now. You have Centaur Warrun with the Stampede, you have the Winter's Curse, you have Leshrac throwing out a lot of AoE damage, and of course the Death Ward itself. Though the Death Ward, of course, problematic with the existence of the Earthshaker, and of course the Lion with 2 lockdowns in general. Usually you have a support. It's pretty easy to force. For example, like the Earthshaker, it's pretty easy to force the Fissure out, but you can force an Earth Spite out, which the Lion usually throws out pretty easily, but it's very easy for him to just keep the hacks for the Witch Doctor, and that's really problematic. And we'll see how Regum reacts to this Witch Doctor pick, whether they want to opt for something, and they will opt for the Disruptive Offlaner, picking up the Clockwork. Very good pickup right there. Very powerful against heroes like Centaur Warrunner, Leshrac, and even Witch Doctor. The hook shot doesn't exactly need to connect with Witch Doctor, just need to connect somewhere near. You drop the cogs and you push the Witch Doctor away. You can burn mana from the Leshrac early game, which really affects him a lot, and you prevent the Stampede from actually doing anything. Unless he has a Gundam Scepter, which usually if a Centaur Warrunner somehow manages to afford a Scepter after his Blink Dagger and tanking items like Blade Mail and Vanguard, you are probably doing very badly already. And Anti-Mage has been banned out by XTRUDE as a final ban. They still do lack that carry right now, so actually both teams are lacking that solid carry, that first position carry. So we'll see what both teams will opt for. Spectre is still in the pool, and XTRUDE actually has the first pick after that, and they will actually go ahead and ban out the Slug instead of the Spectre. They may favor the Spectres themselves, but they risk the possibility of giving it away to XTRUDE. What other first position hard carries that's currently eliminated. We do have Spectre. A lot of them actually banned now. Anti-Mage. Void is still in play, and Void might actually work out pretty well. Not too well against the Clockwork, but may do pretty okay. Will do pretty well against the Invoker. He does have a Lion and an Earthshaker, which are pretty squishy heroes for him to bash down really quickly.
Reserve time.
And they will actually go for the gyro. Oh yeah, the gyrocopter. I totally forgot about it. It usually gets banned out in the first phase, and I completely forgotten about it. The gyrocopters actually made it all the way to the 5th pick this time around. And the gyrocopter is actually a very good. I'm actually quite surprised they did not ban the gyrocopter, considering 4 of their heroes, except the Clockwork, the other 3 are actually pretty squishy heroes, and they are gonna suffer quite a lot. Though arguably, once you get to Blink Dagger, Earthshaker stays out of the team fight more or less, and that's something.
Reserve time.
And they will go for the Juggernaut. So, not gonna pick up the Spectre or the Void Hunter. Sorry, or the Void, Faceless Void, but they will go for the Juggernaut. And that is the draft for game 1, and we will be going into gameplay right now. Much anticipated. We had a pretty long wait just now. So let's hope we get a good game out of these 2 teams. Alright, so once again, welcome everyone. This is the UGC Dota 2 League Season 4 Asian Iron Playoffs. This is a best of 3 series, and this is the game 1 of a best of 3 series. The single elimination, so losers get knocked out, winner progresses to the semifinals of the tournament. Once again, my name is BO3 Tofu. I'll be your caster today. You can find me on Twitch TV, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. They all go by, all those pages and accounts go by the exact same name, which is BO3 Tofu. You'll be able to see that on the top right corner on Twitch TV and the speech bubble if you're on Dota TV. We have a little bit of lag issues, so we will go ahead right now. And so what we're gonna see is that Papadan has actually picked up a full set of Tango, so he expects a lot of aggression, I believe. On the other hand, Superstar has actually opted for the typical 2 shared Tango, and he has actually picked up a Magic Stick, and it works really well against a Leshrac, especially considering you have the 4-second lightning. And we have a smoke up, but immediately being revealed. 2 of them needs to get something off right now. Does manage to drop the wall, but the fissure connects on 2, and now they trap the 2 support on the top. Winter Variant gets down really low. Lu taking a lot of damage. He's actually not moving. He just goes down for the first blood. Marcus gets really low too. He is actually disconnected right now. Marcus is getting go down. He gets to go down too, but Nat is getting focused down as well. That's actually pretty obvious at the DCM. Wonder why none of his teammates paused for him. And it's funny that R has actually paused for them, and they didn't realize that he wasn't moving at all. Did the whole team DC? None of them are replying in chat either. Yes, he has now reconnected. Okay, he's back in the game. But he's dead, so that's pretty sad. I'm not too sure whether they will be able to try to get more. Maybe. No stuns available. Lion has actually eaten up his mango very early in game. The Fissure manages to trap Shin, but on the wrong side. They do get the last hit. One more right click from Invoker, and Superstar will be able to get that kill. And now Gyrocopter is being focused away. Papadam is coming back in. Random still alive. No mana for the Fissure. Still gonna have to wait a little bit. So 1 rune will go the way of the Juggernaut. She will pick up the Juggernaut, and going down, Marcus will pick. Sorry, Juggernaut will pick up the body rune. Marcus will go to the bottom and pick up both runes. They do get 2 kills out of that, and first blood as well. So Invoker getting 1 kill and 1 assist, having a big start. And Juggernaut, I believe, going on the off lane. Very interesting. want to double check who is the one that got the first blood. Okay. Marcus is the one that secures the first blood. And Arctic Burn is picked up by Winter Reverend. And we'll be able to harass Juggernaut a significant bit right there. And did you see random rotating around there with the early ward coming up? And as you can see, it's only 1 minute into the game. He already has 6 charges, and that's of course obviously because of the 5-man fight against each other, and that really played to his benefit as well. He started up with less regen, and now I think he actually has more or less an equal amount of regen. Lashrak has actually not go down in the 5-on-5 fight, and he has actually taken a sufficient amount of damage, so he has to take in 2 tangos in. And now we do see random gathering up here, so it will be a 5-on-5 up top, and it will be the 2 offlaners fighting against each other down bottom actually. And so far the Clockwork having the slight early game lead because of the first blood and of course obviously the bounty rune that he picked up. And in general, both mid heroes doing pretty okay. Invoker with the slight lead, both safe laners doing evenly as well. And we may be seeing an aggression very soon. Jano, a little bit overextension, but no fissure coming up, so he will be safe for now. And Random is actually trying to zone him up right now. He gets a sufficient amount of Juggernaut will actually be sort of refarming almost. And we'll be trying to catch up with the gyrocopters. But I don't think he's here to farm. Oh, the stun does come out. Random gets slowed down. The connection, he's a little bit overextension. Not able to get the fissure off. He will go down for the kill. And the kill goes away with the Witch Doctor. A little bit of overextension right there by him. And we'll go down for not too big of a goal swing. This early game. That's not gonna be too affected. And Invoker actually will have sufficient gold to complete this magic 6 if he's interested to do that, and he will get actually 10 charges right now. He does have a Tornado EMP to burn the rest of Papadam's mana. The border is coming up, but no support is ready to be there for any snipe or whatnot. And a lot of lightning harassment coming up, and Papadam actually coming in as well. On the back here, the face boot will be completed. He will chew into his final tango and potentially trap Papadam right here. Nope, no fissure coming up so far. Superstar is actually eating to his 10 charges as well. Earthshaker is gonna linger at the bottom lane. He's going to swing to the bottom lane, and we may have a little bit of just right-click exchange here on both teams. Earthshaker will pick up the bounty rune. He is coming down bot, but I don't actually think they have the damage to burst him down. He may be able to get something done right here. The fissure does manage to trap him on the other side. Not gonna try to take the fight. Clockwork was not there to back him up, and Random will be forced to back away from that. Invisibility rune available, and this time it will go the way of Nat. And up top, Juggernaut does manage to secure a kill on the gyrocopter, and surprisingly only with the lion. Where was the support? Blue with the co-embrace not used, so that's pretty interesting. Caught out of position, I assume. And then with the invisibility rune, we'll try to scout the bottom lane out a little bit. He is falling slightly behind, but more or less actually much more than just the bounty rune right now. And Marcus is actually out of mana, and we have another pause coming up. And he will disconnect and reconnect. So far, I assume there should be no item progression thus far. Both she and Superstar picks up their face boot, and Soul Ring getting ready to pick up a Soul Ring, pretty standard build as well. Lion not really building towards any sort of boots or whatnot yet. Tranquil boots actually completed by Nat on the bottom lane. And that's about all we're gonna see right now. Lulu picking up the mango, which is pretty interesting. That's actually a pretty good item to pick up on the Winter Reverend. The 150 mana would be key to instantly have sometimes. And the 1 regen is actually really helpful for a support like Winter Reverend. We'll see a pretty long DC, and he has reconnected, and he has actually not popped back into the game. No reconnect. Okay, he has now reconnected to the game, and they are ready to go, and we will restart the game once again. And the boots is now available for the last track, so that's going to be a little bit better for him. They do have a ward up here though, so they will be able to see any ganks coming their way this time. Both Radiance wards were invested into securing runes, as you can see over here, and only 1 ward surprisingly being left up there by the Dire to ensure that they will not be able to get too much. And I personally prefer this ward. It shows you more, but they were actually scout out. Oh, he smokes right under the ward. This is why I usually prefer to smoke earlier. And we will have Earthshaker TPing up top as well. Papadan actually staying on the far side of the cliff just to make sure, but a Tornado EMP may set him up as well. No Tornado coming up from Evoker. The Hex will connect though. He's trying to run. The Earth Spike connects right underneath. The Tornado comes out and EMP does connect. The pure damage, not enough to bring him down even with the Cold Snap. And Lulu comes in with a Co-Embrace, healing him back up to the full health. Oh, almost full health. But it was a little bit slow from Superstar to try to get that kill. And Papamba will actually be able to pick up a Haste Rune, though he's actually out of mana. And he is spotted out as well with the Haste Rune, so... And he's actually not going to try to push anything. A lot of pinging going either way. Clockwork just trying to burn Papadam's mana a little bit. Oh, he actually runs into the cock again, and that will burn out all his mana, and that's the wasted of the first charge. Right there. Random will throw the fissure to completely block him off. The Hex will connect as well, and the Earth Spike looks like Juaneo is going to go down, and one more right click. He's going to be able to get significant amount of damage done on Shido, and now Shin is trying to come in to try to get a kill. He's going to TP right out of that. He's not going to try to stay and fight, though I actually think they may be able to do so, considering the Earth Spike was ready. Oh, he's actually just going to TP back to the T1. So they do get a kill out of that, and no return kills on the other hand. And so far, Gyrocopter still leading the last hit chart. Then Juggernaut is nowhere close, though Juggernaut does have 2 kills and an assist to his name though.
All things fall.
And we do see that the Juggernaut is leading the net worth, especially considering the Gyrocopter has actually just gone down. That's actually a pretty good point from people on the Twitch TV that XTRUDE actually tried to fight uphill at level 1 against an Earthshaker. The hookshot will come in and connect on Juan immediately, and a lot of creeps trying to tank out the Master Barrage, Rocket Barrage, but he's getting pretty low. The Stampede is being used. He wants to get him down first, but Lion will be able to bring a Gyrocopter down first, so Clockwork will be able to get those mana in, experience in, but Centaur Warrunner will get a return kill on the Lion. Now Cold Snap being used on Shin. He's trying to get him to kill, not going to be able to get away. He will go down, but the Coconuts will bow between the two of them. Paralyzed Cast will stuck them there for a while, but it's 2 for 2, and definitely beneficial towards the... Okay, it's not going to show the full lineup, but it's definitely beneficial towards RS. They lose the support and an offlaner, and on the other hand they lose the support and the first position hero. And for sure the gyrocopter went down first. Even with the stampede and everything, they couldn't burst Clockwork down first to give gyrocopter the extra experience. And from what I see, according the first bird fight, I actually believe XTRUDE did not expect all 5 heroes to be there. That's probably why they pushed up S5 with the smoke. They probably expected maybe like 3 heroes or something, but it looks like Nat may be in trouble here. No, he will be able to back away. He does realize something is wrong. They do have now the Radiant lower ward, and he will be able to scout a lot more out with that. And at least that's my opinion. The first bullet fight, the only reason they decided to do that was definitely because of the they believe that maybe there's 2 or 1 hero down bottom. Especially if you think of it, if the Clockwork was not there, if the Clockwork was down bottom picking up the other rune, they may have won that fight. The fissure with the Cox was really the problematic situation. The fissure went down and then the Cox pushed Lulu away. He was trapped alone, and Witch Doctor, I believe, was trapped on top and the other 3 heroes down bottom. And so basically the fissure and the Cox, they didn't expect 5 men to be there, very likely, and they ran into 5 and they paid dearly with that. They lost 2. But thankfully the 2 they lost were the supports, and their cores were able to get into lane without losing too much experience. Does have a bounty rune, no power rune so far. And Papadam trying to get the kill on random, but he will try to dive. The right click will connect. The Cox not in the right position to get anything done right now. Marcus with the hook shot though, and may be able to try something. The hook shot will come in, and the stun's coming in right now. The Earth Splitter trying to come out will connect, and looks like this will be a 2 for nothing. Maybe even 3 for nothing actually, and it is a 3 for nothing. Triple kill for Papadan. Not the right way to play it out for RS, but definitely the right way for XTRUDE to come back into this game, giving Papadan unnecessary kills. They even expanded a hook shot to try to get that kill right there. It's interesting. She actually has the Omi Slash. We have yet to see him use it yet. Usually we do see Juggernauts try to use the Omi Slash really quickly, and Juan may actually overextend. Though I don't think the Omi Slash is sufficient to bring him down. It deals about like 600 damage in total at level 1. And I'm not too sure whether he is going for a first item Aghanim Scepter. It looks like that's what he's trying to do. He isn't building for a carry build, that's for sure. Like even his skill build isn't the pure hard carry skill build where you go for just max out. The tornado comes in on Nat right now, and the cold snap comes in as well. The hook shot connects from far away. The cock will trap him there. The stampede will not be expanded. Actually it's on cooldown. It's still on cooldown, I should say. And Marcus will be the one that gets that kill as Shrek picks up another haste rune but runs over the ward, so they do know that he has the haste rune. And bounty rune goes the way of Marcus on the bottom lane, and looks like Random's coming down. They do see him coming down actually. They are not gonna try to get anything done. They don't have the hook shot for this kill, otherwise they may be able to try to get that kill right there. And I think Clockwork needs to work to a Blade Mill faster before his power threats. Blade Mill is very important in this game. Trapping heroes like Gyrocopter or even Lashrak in your cogs, you're gonna need a Blade Mill, otherwise you're just gonna give away a free kill to those heroes. You have a 3 hero smoke coming up. Marcus on one side, and Random will actually get into the trouble with here, And Stampede being thrown out, but the Earth Splitter will connect as well, and he won't be able to get anything off. The Double H will secure that kill. And up top, Gyrocopter gets a kill on Lion and actually Juggernaut. And no ultimate expended by Juggernaut right up top right there. And down here, Random will go down, so it will be a 2 for nothing on top, and the Earthshaker will go down for a smoke down bottom. 900 gold swing, and I think Gyrocopter is actually caught up. Yes, Gyrocopter is actually caught up and overtook simply based on farm. Juggernaut has not actually been getting any kills, and Papadam is now leading the last hit charts. Leading the net worth chart as well. And so far we do see a small 3000 gold lead and a 3000 experience lead. So no towers taken on any team. But it looks like Marcus is interested to press this a little bit. But Papadam will come in mid to defend this, and he's going to be able to slow Marcus up. Throws up, cancels the splitter actually. And up top, do have this, and Tornado EMP coming up once again. The Tornado comes up and catch both of them. The speed coming in, Earth Spike perfectly catching all two. Earthshaker will be the one connecting both kills. The Omi Slash will be used up, and she will be the one collecting the last kill. And once again, a 3 for nothing goes the other way. 16,000 gold swing. They do manage to kill the Gyrocopter, very high net worth value, and they're very likely going to take this T1 uncontested now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And so that just swing it back to a 2000 and go and experience lead, and we will probably see Juggernaut climb a significant bit, and he has gained about 500 net worth from that last fight, and they're gonna take one tower, so everyone's gonna have a slight spike in their net worth as well, and looks like they're catching up. All they need to do now is to kill Papadam. At least once. They need to kill him once. He has 0 deaths so far, and he now picks up an invisibility rune, but he is spotted out though. Stampede is being expanded as well. The Cogs drop down to block them though, but the call down will connect twice on both cores. They will bring down the Invoker, and now Echo Slam being expanded to try to slow them down, but Marcus will go there as well. It will be a 4 for nothing. Juggernaut will make his way out of there. No level 11 Omi Slash available to try to turn that fight around, and once again Papadam taking a big lead, completing his Bloodstone, at least getting his recipe for the Bloodstone. And sadly he did not have the Bloodstone for that fight, otherwise that would have been pretty big. And Papadam actually not going to wait for the 16-minute runes. He's going to go mid to farm up a little bit, and then probably rotate back. And yep, he will go back for his 16 minutes rune. And she is actually really going for the first item, Aghanim Scepter. And Papadam will now complete with a haste rune and his Bloodstone. Oh, we'll actually run into someone right here. The Hex is being used up, but he has the haste, so I don't think he will be able to get away from this. And that man gets slowed down, and the Fissure traps in on the other side. He may be in danger right now, but he does have a haste, so he will be able to make his way away very quickly. And the deny will come up, so the Juggernaut will get the deny. Not exactly a very key item. The hook shot expanded right there, actually going in on she. He does get the kill. The call down will connect on him twice as well. This is why I say he really needs his Blade Mail. He's trying to get it right now. The Deafening Blast. Very well played right there. And Marcus actually manages to stay alive. Very good and well placed Deafening Blast by Superstar to keep him alive. And Nat actually wanting to get that kill right now, but he has actually healed up a little bit, so he won't be able to do much. And they do manage to get 2 kills for free. And Marcus very close right now. The Double H coming in, and he's probably dead. He is dead. No Fissure coming out. It's okay, it wasn't the Earthshaker. It looked like the Earthshaker because he was yellow, orange in color, I mean. You do see now Juan rotating down to the middle. He has actually dropped down in net worth, and they still haven't got a kill on Papadam, which is definitely the key. I think killing Papadam right now alone would probably give, if you have 5 men there, would probably give about 16 to 2k go. We'll have just trying to steal a little bit of mana. He doesn't actually have very high levels in his mana drain, so he won't be able to do too much out of that. And Papadam trying to get a kill on random right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Massive
attack.
rotation coming in as well. Omi slash available. Shin may be forced to eat the fool. And the thing will bounce between the both of them. Winter's Curse being used, but I don't think that matters. They do manage to burst him down. Superstar trying to stay alive. Will Ghost walk away. Sentry Ward being dropped down as well. They will be able to get 2 core kills right there. And very well played. Very good Winter's Curse coming out from Lulu. And Shin with the Death Ward dealing a sufficient amount of damage right now. As now Random becomes the target. Gets slowed up. Up Splitter will miss. Random doing a very good job dodging that one.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It looks like this will be a T2 uncontested with the cores dead. But looks like they want to fight it. The 2 supports will be here. Finger is not available for another 30 seconds. They do have the Echo Slam though, but I don't think that will be sufficient. And both supports will be here to just take up a little bit of experience. Random is about to pick up a Blink Dagger. It's 200 gold away. And once that is picked up, that will add a lot of utility used for the Earthshaker. And for those people on Twitter, yes, you should totally join UGC League in Season 5. I believe Season 5 starts in November or October, I'm not sure. You could look at the top left corner. We have the UGCleague.com. You could go there, check out when Season 5 start, register, and I believe it's free to register. And you could play in the Asian Iron League next season. It's an awesome league to play. One of the more professional, I would say, league, as in attitude-wise professional. A lot of the amateur level leagues are very like casual and all, especially in Southeast Asia. They are pretty bad in general. I've casted a few, and UGC is one of the most professional Asian league. Even in the US, I actually find them very, very professional. And even comparing them to leagues like Joint Dota division, lower division Joint Dota leagues, they are actually pretty bad in general. Like, a lot of the admins don't really care too much. They don't put a lot of effort into fixing stuff or making sure games run well. And over here at UGC, a lot of efforts are putting into games to make sure games run well. The future now will connect, so I will have to stop talking about that. The tornado comes in, but only connects on 1. EMP gets pulled off and gets silent off. Shin gets burst down very, very quickly. Stampede comes in on 2. The Winter Curse will be used only on 1 though. Leshrek getting a lot of kills out of that. Omi slash being expanded right now, and looks like he's getting burst down. They're still trying to kill Papadam right now. Needs a few more right clicks. And Ghost Walk will be expanded, but he is trapped under the vision, I believe. And it will be a full team wipe, only for 1. That's a major fight for XTRUDE right there. So 2,000 gold swing. Actually 2,700 gold swing if you add up everything. And it does look like Nat is going for the Arcanum Scepter as well, interesting enough. Everyone's going for a Scepter. Juggernaut is really close to his Scepter though, and that could potentially be problematic. They don't exactly have any items. Most of their items now are focused on just magic damage in general, though for sure the Cold Embrace can protect someone and potentially keep Papadam alive as he continues to throw out magic burst damage. And they're actually giving the farm to Lulu right now, I think wanting him to get his Glimmer Cape up as soon as possible. 60 more seconds towards the next Omi Slash. He's just now trying to farm his Omi Slash up, and once he gets his Scepter, it will be a 70 seconds Omi Slash, and that will be a lot more utility as well. Blink Dagger completed on Random right now. And we'll see whether he will be able to take a better fight next fight. And now Hyper Stampede gets used up. The Earth Split will still miss though, and Marcus drops down the cock, and he will be forced to back away as well. So Death Ward ready, but not going to be able to do much with that. And it looks like it will be a trade. RS going in for the middle tower. And XTRUDE going in from the bottom tower.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And they will take down the bottom tower very quickly, and looks like they're interested in defending this bottom tower. Core down being used, and co-embrace drop down on Marcus, but only Marcus. Everything thrown out on him as well. They will manage to burst him down though. They do have a sentry ward here. Superstar immediately invis up. The fissure connects on 3 this time, and an Earth Spike on 2. They will push up. No T1 tower to protect them. And they are trying to chase, but I'm not going to be able to get much right there. But with the haste, we'll try to find someone. They will lose the clockwork, and that's about it. So they will limit their losses and back away. Invoker is forced to go back to regen. And right now we do have a Blink Dagger available right here. Not too sure whether he's interested to try to do anything with it. We're just going to clear the creep wave very quickly though. The Fissure will connect to try to push, do a little bit of damage. But that's really not too much. They will lose the T2. More or less uncontested as well. And the Aghanim Scepter completed on Shi. We'll have the 70 seconds and extra 3 jumps right now. 9 jumps at level 11 is pretty significant. That's about 1800 damage. That will actually potentially kill the Leshrac. Actually, Leshrac has pretty low armor, so yeah, it will do about like 1500 damage after armor reduction. But nonetheless, still pretty big. But they will have to try to find him alone and with detection as well, because he does have a Glimmer Cape. He is able to suicide as well. He's getting really close to his Octrine Core right now, and Papadam soon will become too big for them to handle. Gyrocopter is struggling a little bit, but still doing pretty okay. In general, Papadam is doing most of the damage for him, and he's just cleaning up. And they do have a sufficient bit of AoE damage, which once again I would like to point out, I was really surprised that they did not ban Gyrocopter, and I didn't even realize Gyrocopter was still in the pool. But I'm really surprised they did not ban Gyrocopter, considering the amount of squishy heroes they had, and they actually went for the Juggernaut, which isn't a very tanky hero as well. Now that's a pretty big wave of creep, but yeah, random will actually clear the creep wave up. And Papadam now tanking the tower a little bit. He probably doesn't mind too much.
Radiant's bottom tower is
doesn't look like RS is interested to defend this lane. Only 3 heroes here right now. They need a perfect EMP Meteor, EMP Tornado Meteor to actually stand a chance. Oh, okay, there's only 1 level next sword, so I don't think they will be able to get much done with that. Nat coming in. Actually no creep. Juggernaut might have been able to kill him. Oh, okay, probably not. Yes, much more armor. 40% reduction. It's probably only gonna do like about 11 to 1200 damage. That's not gonna be enough. Unless Lion was there to throw out the finger. Lulu will now try to scout out the wards, and they will continue to Roshan. But it does look like they don't actually know. Not gonna predict the Roshan, but XTRUDE is going to take Roshan out. And Nat is actually not taking this one up. Co-Embrace will be off cooldown very soon, so yep, that's usually how you fight Roshan with the Winter Reverend. Gyrocopters actually come in right now. Ping coming out from the Lion. They are taking a pretty large amount of time. Nat might actually... Oh, it did connect on Nat, surprisingly. For whatever reason. Hoofstomp being expanded. Those are pretty funny. They may be able to get Roshan. 600 damage. 5. Rocket will... What? Okay, that's correct. Leshrac will be the one that picked that up. Nat's really low though. The Fissure connects. Oh, that's out of position. That's gonna be bad. Marcus gets slowed up as well, but Blade Mail this time comes up early and on time. But the defense will come in. They do manage to turn this around. The Echo Slam comes in and finishes everyone off. The Omi Slash comes off though, so bouncing between the 2 heroes gets a lot of damage down on Huan. May be able to block this. Papadan's still alive. Juggernaut's the last hero left alive right now. He didn't bounce as favorable, and looks like he will go down as well. That's a double kill. Beyond got like streak for Papadan. They will be able to go right down into the middle. That's exactly what Santo wants actually, but Papadan looks like he's more interested to go for the bottom lane. Actually, they will split into two. They do have a lot of buybacks. 4 buybacks available for both teams, and we'll see where this team's plan to do with it. Papadan will be pushing bottom lane. Shin and Juan will be pushing the top middle lane, and Casual Yasha is picked up by Gyrocopter. And potentially building into the Manta style, maybe swinging away into the Scuddy, or maybe go straight for Satanic. And Papadan was actually pretty lucky with that. That the Omi slash didn't bound towards him. It probably required like 2 or 3 Omi slash to actually kill him just now. And for whatever reason, all the Omi slash stayed on the Gyrocopter. And
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
in the end, they didn't get any kill out of that. I think they only killed Shin. That's about it. And actually will be an SNY. Saint Yasha completed by Jawan. And she continues to farm up. I'm not too sure what he's building towards. Probably a Desolator right now, just for the armor reduction to ensure that his ultimate deals more damage. And the 7 armor reduction will probably, I think Papadan brings him down to, okay, 1, not 0. But Octrine Core is completed right now though. And a lot of cooldowns for him. And lifesteal, so he's gonna get a lot more sustain out of that. And we do have a 4 stack right here. Potentially stacking again for 5 very soon. And that's probably a little bit late to pull, I think. For a 4 stack for the thief. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is a 4 stack. And it will now become a 5 stack. Papadan will be taking the bottom tower. And they will bring it down uncontested as well. Wendam, nope, does not manage to trap him there. No vision available anyway. If you trap him there, he's gonna have 4 seconds. 5 actually, Glimmer Cape. 5 seconds. Invisibility. And we'll be able to walk away from that. She now still working towards something. Reclaim in 2 minutes. They may want to try to take high ground in these 2 minutes. And Winter's Curse and all their ultimates are up actually. So all their ultimates are up. So it really doesn't matter right now. And Juan has just cleared the 5 stacks and got a substantial amount of gold out of that. Probably about 15 to 1600 gold. We do see it going close enough to a 20,000 gold lead. Sitting at about 18,000 right now. And way beyond that, 22,000 experience lead. And these heroes fight well with the bonus experience, with the extra experience I should say. And now Papadan gets stunned out, but his ultimate is already activated and he will just clear the creep wave up, and Juan's just gonna tank this up. He's not the one with the Aegis. Why is he tanking? Diabolic Edict already being used to chip a little bit of damage, but it looks like he's still trying to. The ward's being placed down, and I think it's being scuttled out as well. Sentry ward immediately being dropped down to just remove it. And will get a spike on random, so he will have his Blink Dagger disabled for a short while. There's not too much creep. They do manage to trap Papadan in a dangerous situation. The Blade Mail not being used, now being activated. A lot of sun coming in. The Glimmer Cape connects on down, but right now the Echo Slam goes down in a pretty good position, but really that's not exactly very sufficient. Juggernaut goes up with the Omi Slash, gets burst down as well. Buyback coming up from the Lion. Juggernaut will go down as well. No additional buyback. No one's gonna buy back actually. Only Lion buying back, and there's really not much he could do. He got focused down very, very quickly, and GG well played is caught by RS, and XTRUDE will take game 1. Congratulations to them. We will now proceed to game 2 very, very quickly. And I will see you there.